What's up, guys? It's your boy Gage, Horne. And I should just call myself Gage Mackey. No, what's about Maclahorny? Maclahorn? Maclahorny. Maclahorn. 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 What's up, guys? It's your boy Gage Maclahorn. Can't say it. Anyways, guys, I'm bringing you guys now some high school stories for you guys today, and as always, it feels like forever. But I had to bring an awesome video for you guys today, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy this one. This one is actually about me crying in my speech class freshman year of my high school. This was, I believe, second or third try when I first went to my public high school that I'm going to now. Really good school. I love it. And I remember having this class with a teacher that's no longer there because this teacher is one of those teachers that sits on their phones the whole time in place. And just plays game, and not even play games, just text people. And she was like 30, 35, but she was a drama teacher, so she was just, I don't know how to explain this to you. She was just one of those, not dumb, but one of those blondes, I guess you can say, even though she had black hair. I don't know, this teacher was just not an actual teacher. She was just, I don't know, it was weird, you know. Anyways, back to the story. This was a teacher that was, she was cool though, I liked her. Just not as a teacher, anyways. Anyways, okay, I guess I like her own teacher. Anyway, as a teacher, anyways. I'm so terrible at this. Alright, so, I have a speech class with her, and I'm in this class with a bunch of popular kids, you know, I don't really know much, I knew who they were, I didn't know, I knew of them, you know, and because, of course, they're popular, I just didn't know who they are, is what I meant to say. I get all my words all twisted. Anyways, so there are all these cool kids and some kids I don't even know, and some other of these girls, some pretty girls and stuff like that. I kind of knew this one person in class that would kind of say hi to me every once in a while when I sat down, but she would usually be talking about two other friends. Anyways, this was a speech class, and I kind of worked hard on my speeches because one thing I love doing is working on things that when they give us assignments, we got to choose what we got to do. Like, okay, you guys have to give a speech about any of your favorite singer. Well, I'm like, oh, boom, I can totally get up there and talk about Macklemore, Justin Bieber for 10 minutes. I can talk about how he's a bad kid and done stupid stuff the last, I don't know, like 5 months or his whole life ever since he got famous. Just kidding. And Macklemore, of course, I could totally just get up there and do it. And I'd love to do that. But when they get up there and say, you have to do a speech on Africa, about the something in Africa, the dying habitat, or how hot it gets, I don't know, just something totally non-fun, I would just be like, oh, this would suck. But I love speech class because even though I didn't have a lot of friends, and not even in that class, but in general, because I was really the quiet kid. But the friends I did have were the gangster thug kids. I used to have all these, like, I had that bad kid logo. I had my pants hanging off my ass, my hat sideways, just, you know, dumb. I used to wear all these big old chains and everything. You know, one habit I do is I wear. And this is the first time I actually ever told this on YouTube. That's crazy. Ever since I was about 9, 10 years old, I started wearing wife beaters. I think it was the cool thing to do, and then after a while, when I did grow up, you know, if someone asked me, I think maybe it was my grandpa or someone, and they're like, why do you wear wife beaters? I'm like, I don't know, you know, and I actually went home and I was like, why do I wear wife beaters, you know? And I honestly, now when I wear a shirt without a wife beater on it, I feel weird. Like, have you guys ever, like, it's like you girls going, let's say you go to school every day and you wear a bra, obviously, well, most of the time, to school, and then you don't wear a bra one day, you're like, doesn't this feel weird? And I know, of course, bras are for your boobs, and you need a bra, basically, for most things you wear, like most shirts anyways, but, I don't know how to explain it. It's just something after you wear something for so long and then you don't, oh, here's a good one, like guys, if you guys don't wear underwear, you know, you wear underwear your whole life, and then you don't wear underwear, and then it's just like, your skin is touching your pants, and like your stuff is touching your pants, and it just feels weird, and you're just like, ugh, this feels so weird. That's how I am all day if I don't wear a wife beater. So I just kind of tagged on. It's never got to the point where I ripped off my shirt and I had a wife beater. I'm like, oh, let's fight, you know. I've never done that or anything like that. The worst it gets is like I take off my shirt to play some basketball because it's hot or something like that. But anyways, I really don't like wearing just my wife beater. I know I'm totally going off the opposite direction of what we're talking about, but I'm going to just keep talking about this because I would like to, and I can do whatever the heck I want when it comes to me talking on my YouTube channel. Anyway, so I normally I just hate wearing wife beaters out in public because it's like, I feel like they look at me like a bad kid, and I don't want people to look at me like, oh, look at that, another thug kid in this town. No, I'm not a thug kid. I'm actually trying to go to college and make a good life out of my life. And so I hate looking like that because I just feel like I'm kind of thuggish, even though I guess that most people I know that do wear wife beaters are the bad kids. You know, I don't have anybody in my family that does wear wife beaters that's a good person, family or friends. So I can be like, oh, I see how you're just wearing it because it's a shirt, you know, but then again, it's what most thug kids kind of wear. I don't know how to explain it, but, you know, it's just kind of weird. Like, if you walked out with a big old freaking clock looking like that one dude, I forgot his name, looking like that one dude, you know, you're of course going to be like, I think people are going to think I'm kind of gangster. Even though that's way extreme, different level, but just saying. Anyways, jumping back, I'm just going to randomly come over here and just hug you guys. Shh. Shh. It's okay. I love you guys. Alright, seriously, getting back to the story. I'm so weird. That was so random. Sorry. Awesome story, right? Anyways, jumping back to the speech. Anyways, so how did I even get into wife beaters anyways? I get sidetracked so goddamn bad. It's crazy. Anyway, so I'm in speech class, you know, and she starts giving us all these speeches, and I do work hard. I love my speeches. I didn't work as hard as I could have, but I did put some kind of effort into it, you know, and I enjoyed it. And then we finally had one of these speeches, and remember, I don't know anybody in this class besides like this one person I kind of talked to, and the teacher's always on the phone. And that's the part that I really don't like her, is just because when we gave our speeches, she'd just be on her phone. Like, that's the worst part, I think, I didn't like about her. Because, I mean, your students are up there giving a speech, and you're judging them, but you're not even, like, looking at them. Like, a speech is about looking, and, like, the whole, like, look, talking, eye-to-eye contact, stuff like that. You know, you gotta watch the person to judge. You can't just, like, hear it, because it's just gonna go out one ear and out the other while you're playing on your phone. Like, seriously. Anyways, I finally get this one speech, and it's like, alright guys, you're going to write the speech today, and then we're all going to present them tomorrow. Just simple as that, really fast speech, you know. And I was like, okay, you know. And then she gives a subject of, I don't know exactly what the word is, but it's basically where, a pet peeve, that's the word, it's 2 words, to where, what if you guys know what that means, it means something that really bugs you, like something you hate, or like when someone does this, like, my pet peeve is having people around me that chew gum because it bothers me, and I just want to smack them and just be like, stop chewing your goddamn gum in my mouth, in my ear. Stop chewing your gum in my mouth. No. Stop chewing your gum near my ear, because it annoys the hell out of me, because they're like, I mean, normally when they're just like kind of chewing loud or whatever, looking the other way or whatever, that's fine, but I hate when I'm sitting next to someone and they're talking to me and looking at me and chewing gum, and I'm just like, ugh. Freaking smack, you know, back and forward, and I'll get in your mouth and pull it out, and I'll start eating it, and I'll just swallow it just because of how weird I am. Smack them again for no goddamn reason. Anyway, so seriously, guys, that's a pet peeve. So one of my pet peeves, you know, and I was thinking about it, and I'm like, one of my pet peeves is I hate how people hate on people, on gays, or on people. I don't know exactly what I said, but I remember just saying I hate someone that, my pet peeve is when someone hates or picks on or bullies someone just for being who they are. So it's like, basically what I'm saying is my pet peeve is when some guy hits on another guy for being gay. Not hits or hates, I meant is some guy is being rude to another guy just because he is gay. You know, that's not cool, and I think that's somewhere along those lines. I don't remember his freshman year, gave me some slack here. It's like 4 years ago, but man, this is a really tough story, you know, because if you guys haven't seen it, I did a card video. You know, it's where you write down all these cards, and then during the video you hold them up for the camera to read, and you keep lifting them up, and it's called, it was like a My Story. It was like a fad, like the cinnamon fad, the condom fad, where you shove a condom up your nose, not your mouth. Ooh, you guys think I'm joking, but Google it. It's a real YouTube fad. It's gross. Then you have the whole Draw My Life fad. You know, all these like crazy just fads and things that went on YouTube. And this was one of them. So, you know, it's, just can't keep my mind straight right now. So anyways, this fad was just My Story fad. And I was doing, you know, I had a really strong pet peeve for people hating on gays. You know, it was just, I wasn't gay back then. I was never gay. But I had this was back in the day, if you guys, like I was saying, if you haven't seen the video, I had my mom's best friend was gay, and his name was Weston, and he was a great guy. We played games together, a whole big video about that on my channel. It's called My Story. Don't judge people for who they are, or, yeah, that's what it says. Anyways, this whole crazy video, and Oh, I can't keep my mind straight. Just brings me to tears talking about it. And so I sat down and I wrote a thing about my mom's best friend that was gay and how people hated on him and because he was gay and stuff. And I wrote how people shouldn't be picked on just because they're being who they are, and just a big old thing. And and I kind of cried when I was writing it. Normal day, I had my girlfriend, that I was with for 2 years, freshman to junior year. I got out of class, told her, about it a little bit, and she's like, oh, it's all well, I'm proud of you, it looks like it's going to be a good speech. The next skate comes by, and I go in the class, and she starts having these people read off the speech, and then it's my turn. And so I get up there, and I'm standing there, and we have this little custodian, whatever you call it, not custodian, I don't know what it's called, but it's like this, like one of these, just like this kind of size, stands up, you put your papers on it so you can talk, and the whole class is like looking at me, and this is a couple of speeches later, I've only done a couple, and I'm like, alright, well, my pet peeve is people hating on other people for them being who they are, and I start talking about it, and then tears start coming down my eyes, and oh man, I just remember looking at the class, and I'm like, I hate this so much. Hate this so much that people are sitting here getting picked on and bullied for being who they are. This is the reason we are here, is to live our lives. Believe in what you want, like God or science or like whatever you believe. I don't mean to sound dumb here, but whatever you believe of how we got here, we are here to enjoy our lives. You cannot deny that. That is a goddamn fact. That's how I see it. And you can't just be here and choose, oh, he's gay, let's go bully him. No, dude. If that guy raped a 4-year-old, which is totally morally wrong, and that is not a way to enjoy yourself. In his eyes it is, but we all, and it's hard to explain because then people will be like, oh, well, he's gay. In his eyes he thinks he's enjoying life, but in all of our eyes, no, he's wrong. It's hard to say, but we all know what's morally right and what's morally wrong. And, it's all about how we grew up, who we are, to explain this. But in my opinion, I hated people that start bullying other people. So I gave this big old speech, and I got into it, and tears just started coming out of my eyes, and I'm like, my mom's best friend, Weston MC Hammer, and I told the story of him, and I was like, when I first seen him, he was gay, and I made fun of him when he went upstairs to grab a drink. I told my mom, I was kind of like, why he's gay, isn't he? Yeah, he's gay, yeah. And she's like, stop it, Gage. And I'm like, he's such a fag. Oh God, saying all this stuff. And he comes back downstairs, and I'm like laughing, and he's like, what's so funny? I'm like, my mom just showed me a funny picture because she was scrolling through Facebook, so I just said a funny thing, and I walked away. And it was just the most ignorant thing of my life. And I remember he started coming over more and more, and every time he tried to come over, he tried to talk to me about it, because I guess my mom told him I didn't like him, so I guess he was trying to be friends with me, trying to make good times with me. And since my mom went out a lot, like to the bars back in the day, this was a while back, he used to come and play video games with me while she was getting ready and stuff. And after a while, we kind of got really close, and he was a great man. I mean, I liked him, not in any gay way, but like as a family way. He was a really good person, and I misjudged him for who he was, which is the most dumbest thing in my life. And after I became great friends with him, he passed away, which was one of the roughest things for my mother. I mean, I just barely got attached to him maybe a year and a half before he passed. Well, he did come around a lot before, but I got really attached to him for a good year and a half before he passed, and it just killed my mom. She would not leave her bed. She didn't even go to the bars for weeks. It was bad, and it was really rough for her. And I was like the first person I've really lost as a young person, and it kind of hurt a little bit. I actually teared up and I cried, and I was like, why does this have to happen? I mean, anybody that's lost someone out there is like, imagine you loving a person and caring about them so much, but knowing that you will never see that person again. It's the worst thing in the world. It's the worst thought I could ever think of. I hated it. And when I got up there at custodian, people were laughing, and that's when I started crying, and I was being so serious, and I was like, you don't hate on people for being who they goddamn are. I know I said this 1,000 times, but this is the truth, because people kept laughing, and I'm trying to get serious, and that's when I brought up the story, as when some kids stopped laughing and started getting serious and looking at me in the eye and stuff, and I would look them straight in the eye, the kids that were laughing, and I'm just like, my mother's best friend that was gay, that I misjudged from the beginning, died. And to this day, guys, I don't know. Nobody knows if he overdosed, if he killed himself. We just know that he did die by pills. We just don't know if it was an overdose on purpose or accident. But with this world, I wouldn't be surprised if it was on purpose. That's sad to fucking say. And I'm just sitting here and I'm looking to the class and I'm telling this whole story and they're looking at me and I just start bawling and I'm crying so bad at this point I can't even talk. I'm bawling. That I remember looking over, just like wiping my tears and looking over for a second, and she put her phone down. Like her phone was in her hand, but she was looking at me. Like I've never seen her do a speech and me look over, and her was actually looking at me like with her face. And I'm crying, bawling right now, and I'm just like, you can't be doing this. You know, he was my best friend, and just to know that he died, I would have never made fun of him from the beginning if I knew what a great man he truly was. I misjudged him, and I regret that more than anything. I remember, I was like, I'm gonna wrap this up. Just know that my and I remember saying this exact thing, guys, which sounds dumb, but I said it anyways, and I was like, if you guys want an advice from me, don't hate on people for who they are, because I promise in the end it won't be good. And I remember saying those exact words to the class, and I was just bawling. I grabbed my papers and I just started walking back to my seat, and it was so awkward that no one clapped. No one clapped. The teacher didn't say anything, and I sat down on my thing, and then I remember my friend going, "You all right?" And I'm like, "I'm fine." And I just started looking down at my papers and just started playing with my hands, and the whole class silent, and the teacher's like, "Alright guys, can I act like nothing happened?" Trying to anyways, and alright, this person goes, you know, and that was that. At the end of the class, it was so awkward because everyone was kind of avoiding looking at me and stuff like that, and I went up after I got out of class, went up to my girlfriend, and I was like, are you crying? Why are you crying? And told her what's up, you know, what happened, and she's like, "Oh, are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm alright," you know. It was just really rough. Really rough, you know. Anyways, guys, that is my high school stories of me crying in front of my classroom, and it's something I'll never forget. It was one of the most embarrassing, but yet one of the most respectful things I've ever done in my freshman year of high school, and I'm proud of it. I don't care what anybody says. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. I hope you guys enjoy, and I will be sure to check you guys out on my next video. And I just want to ask, what's something that is so embarrassing to you, but you're so proud of, that you've done in high school? Leave that topic below. I'd love to hear it, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace out, guys.